You have them open? Are you on the Bridgewater tab?
No.
Of the 2nd and 3rd grade reading progress monitoring?
Yes.
You're there?
Yes.
And you have your wall open?
Yes.
Okay. So the point of this meeting is to basically like prep for the first window, know what you're getting yourself into in terms of what your wall looks like, who's below, on, or above. We'll hopefully zoom in on some students with disabilities and ELLs. Then we'll set goals for your kiddos, and we're gonna like keep those school-wide goals that are at the top of your document, at the top of our minds when we're making those goals. So every single kid should have at least one level of growth every window, but we're gonna also boost up the kids who are below because obviously they need to make more steps of growth than the ones who are already on level. We'll put those in your tracker, and then you're gonna talk me through any actions that you're already thinking about proactively to improve results. Again, like this is before the window, or like I guess right at the beginning of the window, and we haven't started instruction yet, but I just want to hear your thoughts on what you already have in mind for like moving these kids. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Cool. So you should have open your document, the step wall, which let me go to you. Bridgewater. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is looking at the wall. How many kids are on, which would be obviously on or above, so 6 and above, and then how many kids are just below, so just step 5, and then how many kids are below, 4 and below. So start with the kids who are on or above.
11 are on or above. 5 and below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Who's on 5?
3.
I only say that because it's like they're so close, so like we can probably get them up to 7 with the kids who are still on grade level, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 on 5, and then what about 4 and below?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 confirmed. Oh, I still need to step one of my new ones.
Sure, so some of the new kids we don't really know, but so about 7?
Yeah. 1, 2.
Who are 4 or below.
Yes.
Okay. Scrolling over those kids and thinking of who is a student who's an ELL or a student with disabilities. Wait, do you have student? No,
I don't have
just ELLs? Okay, so let's scroll over the friends who are ELLs. So Ilani.
Yes. I looked at her
Below.
her 4 last time, and it seems her fluency is extremely low. Her comp is completely fine.
Oh, that's interesting.
She's scoring like 3 out of 3, 2 out of 2, 1 out of 1 on all of the questions. Her reading rate was 14 out of 75.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Good to know. So know that she's
88
A,
out of 100.
below, and so like that's something to consider is like you're below grade level in reading and you're an ELL.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about fluency and accuracy kind of hand in hand.
Yeah, her accuracy is so close.
Who else is an ELL on your list? Javal, Janaya, Kalia, Caroline, Tyler, Justin, Cesaria, Allison, Malia. She's on a 6.
Right.
Diane, Jatna is, right?
Yes.
She's on a 6.
Yeah.
Sagal, Zoeli, Elijah,
No.
Aina,
That's
no,
Opie.
Opie, sorry.
No, it's not.
Sandy, Knight, Wobel,
Well, yes.
above,
Yeah.
Caden, no, right?
No, he's not ELL, no.
And Elias?
Ilias, but he's off my roster currently.
Oh, boo.
I know.
Okay, so the rest of them are either on or above?
Yes.
Okay, so good to know. So it's good that you guys are doing pushing for shared text because the only one that you'd have to like really focus on in terms of like language would be Ilani.
Right.
All right, let's set goals. Let's go into the tracker, the one where I said, can you go to the Bridgewater tab? And
Yeah.
I've pre-populated your thing with all of your kiddos. What their beginning of year step level is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and set goals for them, considering that they obviously have to get to 9 by the end of the year,
Right.
and every single kid should grow at least 1 year every single trimester. So like for Opie, we'll say 8, because started at 7 and like 1 level definitely. Malia, we can say 7, but then for example, like Javal?
Messiah.
Okay, Messiah. Should I put that there?
Yeah.
How do you spell his name?
Messiah.
What a nice Actually, let's use Ilani as an example. Like, we should definitely set hers at a 5.
Five,
right,
okay,
you know.
yeah.
So what I want you to do is just like go through and considering we want at least one level per by trimester I mean window.
Yeah.
And that they all, our goal is that 85% of them will get to step 9 by the end. So like, what's the breakdown of that? So let's start with Messiah.
Messiah's, he's out of 4. So for the end of this trimester, I would say 6. Should I type in?
Yeah, go ahead. I can take note. I'll take note of it while you talk
Okay.
through it. Which I know it's kind of like, I know you already know him a little bit as a kid.
I don't know.
You're worried.
Yes.
Let's set it for now.
Set it at
Also,
6.
something that Hobson and Pew were talking about, which I'm like right there with them, is that window 1 is usually like 1 level of growth is great if every single kid got 1 level of growth, and usually window 2 is when we're like really know our kiddos, we like are really into it, we have like really strong guided reading groups that happen consistently.
Right.
But I think it's better to like say like, this is where I'm going, and like that's the goal, because like then we'll also have window 2.
Yeah.
If we don't meet it, we
Yeah.
don't meet it, but we have to know that he's below, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Sandy.
Where is Sandy at?
I put all their levels in that spreadsheet.
Oh, Sandy 7. So 8. Yeah. Night 8. Diane 7. Millie's is gone.
Oh.
I stepped Kaylee on doing a paper one, so it's not in here. She didn't pass a 6 because of fluency. I feel like she can. So she passed her 5. I don't know. I would say her goal is 7.
Okay. I'm gonna put in this like for now. Remove the question mark when you know, but I'm gonna put a question mark. 5 question mark.
Okay.
Ethan hasn't come yet.
No, Ethan is the one who didn't pass his 3
right.
today.
Oh.
So.
I didn't pass his 3, so he's on 2. So 4.
Yes.
Alicia has she come yet?
She's not on my roster.
Okay.
Justin 6.
Well, the only reason why I would say 7 is because we could catch him up really quick, because then it would just be like 1 after that.
Yeah.
If he got to a 7, he'd be
Then
aligned with everyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. 7. I just know him. He's
Okay.
special.
No, that's
Jotna 7. Janaya 6. Kaden 9. Jonathan's on my
If
roster.
you are driving a white Volkswagen New York
oh my God.
license plate
Kalia 6.
393 Bell Street, can you please
Seagal,
move
7.
your car on Puritan parking lot? Thank you.
CC 6. Caroline 6. Tyler 6. Wabelle 8. Zoe 7. Allison 6. I haven't read with Kayshawn.
Okay, that's fine.
Chloe hasn't come. And Elijah 7.
Okay. Let's take a step back and look at these goals. A, for the fact that some of your kiddos, if they even move 1 level, are like so close to grade level
Yeah.
already. So like Opie, Sandy, Kaden,
Night.
yeah, Wobel. So like you could potentially be in a really, really good spot if we're like from the get-go paying really close attention to not only our kids below, but our kids who are on, who can just move
Yeah.
1 level.
Yeah.
Like, I know you can do that,
Yeah.
you know? It is exciting because, like, imagine your wall and window 2 if, a lot of this goes according to plan.
Right.
Now, considering some of the ones where you're like, oh, 2 levels, 3 levels, oh my gosh, let's talk about what's on your mind, because I'm going to capture that here as you talk about some specific actions that you're thinking about to proactively improve results, like whatever comes to mind right now.
When I was stepping, for specific people, when I was stepping.
Sure, specific people or just even like groupings or how much time, whatever, doesn't.
I've been looking at what they can do during foundations and what those kids are struggling on. So like I know, like Allison confuses TH and F, and when like she writes like that, she speaks like that. So when she sounds things out, also she's like when it's a f or whatever. For Ethan, he needs to work on vowel teams. He like wasn't able to decode words like down or low. He like didn't know. I don't know.
So you're noticing specific things about kids, and
Yes.
then can you talk a little bit about like examples of action that you're either thinking about when we get to the instructional window, not the testing window, but once it's like step testing's over, 9/21 or whatever it is. Like, what are you thinking about in action for those kids? It sounds like you're doing a lot of like already right now, like supporting kids with all types of literacy. What are you thinking about for action once you get to like work with these
I
kids?
think like once you know, once I like get to step them all and see what
Yeah.
they all need, obviously putting them in the groups based on that, and coming and providing them with work to meet those specific things. So if Ethan needs to work on vowel teams, like he'll have word work, that has to do with vowel teams. If Allison is struggling with like decoding like those sounds, then she's gonna have like a decodable book with the sounds that she needs to work on. And I can't say
Well,
a
no,
lot about
that's
them,
fine.
or-
Yeah,
'cause
no,
I
that's
haven't
fine.
read with them
No,
yet.
that's not the point right now.
Um,
What about, sorry to follow up question, because
No.
I hear your desire to go towards like, what am I gonna do for every single kid? Really broadly, what are you thinking about what you need to do for your group of, we know that they're on step 2, 3, like 4. What do we need to do to keep the high kids or on level kids on level? Like, if you were to separate them into 2 buckets, like what are you thinking about for your small groups and what you'll need to like consider for them once you get there? Not their specific need, but like scheduling, grouping,
Oh, so
seeing them.
seeing my lows, can I call them that?
Mhm.
Every single day, as a, like during arrival, whenever you
Yeah.
can meet with them, like making sure that I am meeting with them, but also making sure that the highs that are almost there, are doing purposeful reading too, and that I'm not just like, all right, like I have to meet with my Lolos. I do have to meet with them
Yeah,
every
yeah,
day,
yeah.
but I also have to meet with those kids too.
High or almost
or
there,
like
yeah.
give them purposeful work that I can give them feedback on in order to move them as well.
Awesome. So in closing, you've got a pretty spread wall,
Yeah, I do.
which is a challenge, and it's also exciting. But I hope it felt good to like look at every single level and be like, wait, how much do I need to move this kid just this window? Not like, oh, they need to get to step 9 by the end of the year, but
Right.
literally just like, what about right by 10/22 or whatever it is?
Seems so soon. But yeah.
It kind of is. And then I really like how you jumped all the way to like, oh, what does every single kid need? And like, yes, you'll get there. Obviously, it's like I love like the like excitement around that. But just thinking about from a really broad sense, like making sure you see your low lows and also seeing the on
Right.
or above.
And yes.
Cool. So that's it.
Great. It's great. Love it.
So great.